I just wanted to come on here real quick. Goodness gracious. Sitting here watching this movie, and I think I want to watch something else because I'm not, this one's not really cheering or jeering me. I'm going to find something else. Um, Well, these people on the internet, I'm telling you, be careful about who it is that I ain't even got to say that again because a lot of these folks, a lot of you know not to talk to them because they are mentally ill and seriously disturbed. So, of course, I went over there just for a couple of minutes and listened to that rapist over there. And I mean, my God, the dude cannot come online and just say and not say my name. Like, I mean, it's literally been pathological for 13 fucking years. 13 years. And he's a liar. He's a liar. But I have been quite enjoying Pat Sajak over there front and talking about she's got corporate lawyers and attorneys that are going to bring justice to the gang stalkers because, oh, you so deserve justice. Right, right. Sure, sure. Yeah, yeah. Mm hmm. If you threaten any of these gang stalkers on the internet who have been committing crimes, I'm going to get an attorney. Well, your attorney is going to get towed up. You don't have an attorney. Um, anyway, I want to make my point real quick. So, this fool over there, like, first of all, I ain't never, like, I've never seen people that will take it so far. Like it's literally pathological. The need to come on this website and feel like you're a millionaire or like you've had success in life at anything. At anything. It's all lies and bullshit. All of it. I personally think that it might be a front for some again, for some kind of I'm not doing readings right now, but you can contact me privately behind the scenes for a reading. Um, Let me just get to straight to the point. Okay. Let me just get straight to the point. So I overhear this dude who is a total fraud. I overhear him saying, well, these guys, boy, they just be angry. Angry. Like Jamila. So he tried to claim that I'm angry because I'm just so poor and I've been poor my entire life and I'm just angry. And that's totally not the truth. In fact, um, I know how to be humble and I know how to appreciate what I have. However, I have never robbed anybody. Not that I'm comparing myself to this person, but this person actually robbed somebody at gunpoint and took what they had and tried to rob me of everything, my identity, my sex, tried to take everything from me and it failed, but it's just the point. I wanted to respond to that. You do deserve to die. You do, and you will. You look like you're dying already, and you sound like you're dying. You sound like you're dying, especially Pat Sajak over there. Sounds like she's on her deathbed, literally. Uh, you deserve to die if you're on the internet stalking people. Number one. It's not about you trying to. It's not about you trying to blockbust on somebody's business. That's not what it's about. But it's the fact that you actually threatened someone's babies. You threatened my babies just so that you could come online and pretend to be rich and wealthy? Or are you freaking child, please? So you can pretend to have wealth and status. You deserve to die for threatening a woman's children, no matter what your reasoning is. But that's a really, I mean, criminals always have their their reasons for doing what they're doing. Even though it's usually stupid. Obviously when a literal criminal, you're trying to commit white collar crimes, obviously you're not going to be that smart. Sitting around talking about getting tires rotated, that's not what wealthy. You're trying to talk like you're wealthy. That's normal things. There are a lot of people that make what, six figures, about 150,000 per year. They're not sitting around talking about, I got my tires rotated. They're not doing that. They're not doing anything that you're doing. Now, I will say this. You are kind of following some kind of blueprint of a small percentage of wealthy people that have gotten their wealth by stealing from others. You know what I mean? Hey, Stefan. They always get caught. Do I feel like every wealthy person that has earned it has stolen it from somebody else? Hell no. No. Some of them have, though. It always catches up with them. I'm going to digress on that topic. The real estate industry is pretty cutthroat, though. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the fact that I have never threatened. First of all, you're the one that's so desperate and depraved that you're the one that wished death on my children. I'm like, the fuck? The fuck? Because you're over there licking the wounds of jealous women, first of all. But yeah, if you try to put me and my children in jeopardy or in danger, as you have been trying to do for well over 2 years, I'm going to tell you that you're going to die. That ain't got nothing. It'd be different if you was just sitting up here coming on here saying, oh, witchcraft is bad, Jamila. I'm going to come on here and state my opinion. But that's not what you've been doing. You've been harassing, stalking. By the way, wealthy people don't dox people. Wealthy people don't have to dox people, contact people's family members. No. Wealthy people are minding the business that pays them. Okay. Well, somebody that's about something is not going to be online every single day waving a flag, trying to destroy people's lives, trying to destroy their ability to even get a job, trying to destroy them mind, body, and spirit. The reason why you're doing that is because you've given up on life. But for some reason, you so badly want to come on here and pretend that you have obtained some kind of wealth. And by the way, trust me, I know how to crunch numbers real fast. You damn near had $1 million off your mama's death. You did. Thanks to me. I didn't kill your mama, but thanks to me, you got lucky and you sold that house. And another thing, You had almost a million because you didn't share it with your siblings. That's the issue, okay? So you didn't spend it on nothing, though. It's gone. Taking a vacation does not prove that you still have money in the bank. Somebody that has money in the bank is not in the black sector asking anybody for a Cash App donation. Trust me on that. Right, right. If you had the ability to take that money and actually put it into some kind of real estate, you didn't do that. You didn't do that. The only thing that you do own is that 7 bedroom house that you're probably gonna eventually end up losing if you don't die in it first. I mean, this is just ridiculous. It really is. I've never seen it. It's a struggle for you. Hey, vampires of tomorrow. And it's just ridiculous. Walking roasters. It's an insult. I know I got my first job when I was 16 years old. What y'all do, the lies and the bullshit, is an insult to working Americans. It's an insult. Any male that has to say to a woman that worked for almost 30 years that it's not a work history, it's a dust history, yeah, you're a low life. You're a loser, you're delusional. I don't have to threaten nobody's life over money, but I will tell you this, that the a reprobated minded man is constantly, every single day, angry and upset, trying to force children to be impoverished. You gonna get dealt with over here. You gonna get dealt with. That's sad. Because somebody told you to hate that person and their kids, and you continue to do it for 13 years. Trust me, you haven't served yourself. You haven't served anybody else. You just brainwashed. Where's let me find my vitamins. You just brainwashed. You can say, oh, is this, is that, is this, is that, but boy, you can truly tell when folks is delusional when everybody witnessed everything that you did. So no, like, you can continue to try to lie about the story. I guess you figure I'm gonna keep lying until. What do you feel like? What do you think? There's new people. Like, do you think that new people came along and now you're gonna try to retell the story, even though there is no new people? It's the same people that have been witnessing what you've been doing for years. It's ridiculous. Yeah, quit bringing up my name. That's why I don't understand it. Let me tell you something. I can get a job. Honestly, I don't have a criminal history. I'm a person that knows how to stay focused, and I'm not mentally ill, okay, or physically ill. I run my business because that's what I do for a living. The point is that it's been the most ridiculous behavior that I've ever seen in my life. And trust me, I've never, that came from God's mouth to your ears, when it comes to me and mine. If you are a threat to our physical, mental, emotional well being, God is going to tell you that you're going to die. Why? Because I don't accept that. I don't, there's things that can happen that are traumatizing. I'm a healer, by the way. All of the stalking that I've went through, a lot of people would have said, oh my God, I developed PTSD. I'm not like that. How could I say that and be a healer? Like I am a cancer and I'm very defensive. Anything that's going to hurt my heart or my mind or my kidneys or my lungs, throat, I'm going to protect it. That's just how I am. And I don't do things like that. You know what I'm saying? And oh my God, it was so much negativity. So much Stevan, you can block whoever that is. I'll do it. Goodness gracious, people are nuts. Yeah. And you must be like, I guess I must have snapped it out of its psychosis sitting over there. Yeah. Why don't we just make sure that all of y'all end up in a padded room? I couldn't believe what I've been hearing it off and on, trying to throw shade at somebody that's a licensed practical nurse and you've never had a job nor a trade in your life. Do you know what? Do you know how many people would love to be an LPN? Do, any kind of nurse, and oh my God. I just said I just think that it's ridiculous. I really do. And quit bringing my name into it. Don't bring Jamila up. You threaten my children. You threaten the people that I love in my life, and I told you what I told you from God's mouth to your ears. If you are of any danger to me and anyone that I'm protecting, then you're gonna die. What the? Is that a bad thing? Is that wrong for me to say that? I mean, there's certain actions that people can take, certain things that they can say and try to manifest and try to do, right? There's certain things that people say, like, for example, hey, I'm making. Yeah, there's certain things that you can do, even though you're not saying, you know, I want you to go die, I want your children to die and stuff. That's so weird. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I gotta stay stuck. You gotta stay stuck on stupid, huh? Just stuck on stupid. Actively trying to get a person put out of their family's house for a year says, I want you and your sons to die. It's almost like that King Solomon thing, y'all. It's so sick. Especially when somebody's kids are there. There's no connection with you. You're crazy. You're mentally ill, you know? Been doing it for years. Trying to have false marriages with people, trying to pretend that you're the stepfather, like you have any authority over people. It's ridiculous. Leave my name out of it. I can do whatever I want to do in this life. I don't have that struggle. I don't have the issue with, oh, I don't. I never have. It's the way I was raised. And no matter what somebody is saying to me, I'm going to still believe in myself and my abilities to get what I need and want in this life. God, I'm full. I am satiated, y'all. Eh, it's a lot of stuff I could say, you guys. I will say this. My mother, God rest her soul, she went through a lot. She went through a lot of hate. She didn't even really know was there. My mother owned 4 houses in her life. There's a lot of people don't support. Here's okay. Let me just come the fuck straight the fuck out and say it that there is definitely an oppressive group of black men that don't want to see black women own houses. They want control over every black person. You know what I mean? Who cares? You ain't got no fucking power. You don't. You always let your fucking whatever you do get corrupt you. That's why Black Wall Street failed. You're gonna always fail as long as you are being sexist and misogynistic towards women. That doesn't make any sense. And the black man is a different kind of fucking monster because he'll diss and degrade you if you have any kind of housing help, which a lot of women need that, even if they don't have children, especially in today's economy. And but then when someone makes any moves towards home ownership, y'all are chomping at the bit to stop them. That's not all. My significant other, he would be proud of me if I were to say I bought a house. He'd be like, "Good, babe. Now come over here with me. Get your ass over here with daddy." You know, that's right. I wish I would have met him 25 years ago. No, 13 years ago, because then I'd have all my children. Because I wouldn't give any of them back. If I'd have met him, well, let's say 12 years ago. Oh, man. We'll get through this, though. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Like, it's crazy when you see people doing stuff like that. Like, and people hate me because, and said that I showed an AI of my income. Oh my God, that is so desperate. Who the fuck lies about? Oh my God, are you kidding me? Oh God. You know what I mean? Y'all gotta be careful, man. Black people, be careful, man. It's certain people that's crab in a barrel mentality. And they don't even be wanting nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just want to destroy what you have. Just ridiculous, you know? You got to watch out for that. No matter what you do, no matter what you do for a living, whether or not you work, you run your own business, you have to know how to deal with that energy. Ooh, I used to feel it big time over in Georgia. I'm not going to discuss it publicly because you can't tell the right hand what the left hand is doing. So, that's just what that is. That's sad. We would be truly living in a sad world if a gang stalker that has committed so many crimes. Like I heard some of the accusations that was made, and I was like, huh, that's exactly what all of y'all did to me. That's exactly like that whole group. Oh, they would love to shut me up. They actually manufactured child porn. I'm not talking about a cartoon. They actually took photographs. They screenshotted it. This was years ago. They screenshotted it, and they tried to do some disgusting photograph that was fake. The police in Georgia documented it as fake. They knew it was fake. It's documented in Georgia. And it was a sexually suggestive photo that they manufactured of me and my son. And why can't you admit to that and take accountability for what you did? And then kept dropping the picture, tried to send it to the police and CPS, and the police was like, we've looked at it and we know that it's fake because we reviewed the footage. And CPS is just like the police. You might as well, sometimes those are police officers, obviously, right? And they are smart. They are trained to sniff out bullshit. And so, so but these people did that. End your sector. It's not even worth anything. What the hell are you doing? You're never going to make anything of that sector. Especially when you're codependent on Jamila and Tiffany and, oh, Everett, let's do this and do that. Failure, failure, failure. Let's come out and lie and say that Jamila did this, this, and that with Tiffany. Failure. Let's say this and let's keep calling out Jamila's name like we're saying abracadabra. Failure. Fail, fail, fail completely. All the way. It's stupid. Like little children that got caught doing wrong, you know what I'm saying? And they just can't admit it. They're not going to. It would be too embarrassing. Even though everything that they did it publicly. Isn't that an oxymoron? Everybody saw and witnessed you do it. And then also, here's another thing. Let's talk about AI. You think that when this gets subpoenaed to the courts, you think that it's going to be difficult for YouTube to find all of y'all history. All they got to do is go in their database and search keywords, and it'll come up within 2 seconds, 2 minutes. All of your content, all of your lies, all of your smear campaigns, all of the crimes that you've committed, your chat room when you were in your chat rooms trying to terrorize people, threatening to show up at my kid's school to kidnap him, and then coming back the next day or a month later or 2 months later trying to shame me for homeschooling my kid because I wasn't going to take any chances with his life. Yeah. I don't play that crap about mine. No, 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 no. I'm not gonna say, well, I think that they're bluffing, so I'm gonna let my kid, a 6-year old out of my sight. I'm gonna actually, entrust him with anybody else. And I mean, I'm not saying anything negative about schools or teachers or anything, but let's face it, there was years and years of these people not being reprimanded, and I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, well, damn, damn, damn. How many mothers, how many parents have been through that, and they took their kids out of school because of that reason? A lot of them had nothing to do with the schools necessarily. Had a lot to do with community stalking. So it just, whatever. It's not like the judicial system hasn't seen people like you before. There's been people that have done that before. They're sitting in prison right now. What are you talking about? Goodness gracious, you guys, I'm tired of talking. I'm going to take a shower and relax. Y'all have a wonderful day. Peace and love to all you guys. I meant to come and give y'all some more love yesterday on Friday, but I'm going to give it to you guys today. Peace and love. Love you guys, to all of my supporters. You're secure, you're supported, you're safe. If anybody need to hear that, you're safe. You know? I'll see you guys later. I gotta go. All right. I'm just tired of the lies, just constant. I've never in my life, I don't know. It's probably because I spent a great majority of my life living within truth. And when you just see people that just lie, 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 lie constantly, that shit is like, how? Ooh, let's put up our shield. Let's put up our shield, bro. This is ridiculous. Yeah. Y'all have a good one. I got brown butter chocolate chip cookies, but I gotta let my food finish settling. I cooked kind of late tonight because I've been doing the graveyard shift. We've been on our nocturnal hours, just because I'm just looking forward to moving into my own place, and hopefully certain people will be locked up in prison so that they're not able to actively look for me. It's ridiculous. It really is. All right, guys. Y'all have a good one. Okay. Blessings to you guys. Yeah, I know. I know. Guys, I'm going to redirect things though, because we all have to get used to talking about something else. I mean, we deserve it. I mean, my God, they have just been just do 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 for like 13 years straight, because it's called mental illness and corruption at its core. But I'm not gonna let some dude stop me. I'm not gonna let, you know what I'm saying? Not gonna let anybody just stop me like that. Like I'm supposed to say, oh, these people were mean to me, and I'm not gonna support my children. Like don't ever do that. Like, terrible. All right, guys, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.